hard for me to grasp what's going on, especially on stream. So I've found that rapid's good, but I'm now at a place where I want to pass 1K and stay above 1K. I peaked last week at 1020. Now I've dipped back under. So it's just figuring out what I need to do to keep improving is definitely critical right now.
Okay, absolutely. We got a lot to work on today. We're gonna actually look at your last recent game. One loss, one win, and then of course, hopefully y'all taking notes and all the other stuff because we're gonna go through a system. I'm a big fan of system-based thinking. System-based thinking. They always know from my stream, especially people on the stream know. I like to teach systems, and my students know this too. Systems that help you a lot better with making decisions. It helps you so much more, right? So yeah, we're gonna do a lot of system-based thinking today, and we also gonna look at your game first, and then we're gonna do some test runs of the system-based thinking and some puzzles and stuff like that. So perfect. Now here, let me tell you one Jedi thing right now, though. If you are listening, right, your range. Let's actually, you know what? I'm pulling up for the stream right now. Your profile. So I'm about to go to your profile and read. And you say you want to work more on your rapid, correct?
Right.
Right. So working more on the rapid, guys. So rapid is the better rapid, guys. Time control. Oh, I can hear the better time control. I can hear myself in the mute me in the in your browser, Carly. In the mute me in the in your browser, Carly.
Oh,
I think you watching.
I don't have your stream open. I have your chat open.
I don't have
your stream open. Oh, that's so
you know
strange.
What? I know I found it. It was on your page.
Oh,
user error.
Okay, the echo.
Yeah, hold on. Let me use. It was a user error. User error. All right. Okay. So rapid 956. Highest is 1021. Okay. So you like back and forth. You have 168 wins and 164 losses. Oh, I'm trying to find the right scene.
Neck and neck.
I can't even find the scene for it. Yeah, but I was trying to show the chat. Yeah, but 168. Yeah, you're a few up, right? Four games up. So we're missing something. Right. Like we're missing something, right? So what does the puzzles look like? So the number one thing you absolutely want to be doing every single day, I tell people, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this is what you should be working on. And what that is puzzles every single day, all the time. I remember that I went into high school, right? Imagine this. You're going into ninth grade. For all the people that have been through already ninth grade, you know this feeling. You go into ninth grade. I was already a expert. I was 2000. But I remember that what I did the most was puzzles. I would do more puzzles than anybody else. I wasn't doing all the opening study, which you should do this day and time with the tools out here and chess.com and using the lessons tab, the openings straight up fire. But tactics was the biggest part, the combinations, because if you get in a position that's terrible, you can fight yourself out of it tactically. It literally works all the time. There is a famous quote that says chess is 99% tactics, but that's not always true, to be honest. But a lot of times at the lower levels, I mean, that's 100% true until you hit like a certain level. So that's what you need to focus on, 100%. Right now, this what you do is we're going to learn this thing today called CCT. This is all you do. This is all you look at. This is all you care about, right? What does the first C stand for? What do you think?
Checks.
Second one?
Captures.
And the T?
Threats.
Easy. Oh,
Let's go.
Dab. Right. One time. Hold on. Let me put the Rick Ross grunt. There we go. Right. Okay. So y'all know chat. Yes. Checks, captures, threats. Chess bra in the chat. I see chess bra. What up, chess bra? Chess bra over there. Chess
kicking
bra.
Off the hype train.
With
Let's
the hype
go.
train. Right. Oh, they in both chats, bro. Chess bra is literally in both chats right now. Literally.
You got a bigger cheer than me. I see that. Goodness. I see how it is.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, you did, chess bra. You're gonna have to, you know what you're gonna have to do. Another one. Come on. Yeah. Wow, 10 months from Chess Bra too, bro. Sorry, 20 months from Chess Bra, bro. Did y'all know Chess Bra on a 20 months, my guy? Wow. Oh, Nicolay, yo, bro, Nicolay, thanks for that, bro. Thanks for the $50 tip from the Trash Talk Tuesday appearance, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, we in here, guys. What's up? Yeah. All right. This is nuts through here. Chess Bra in both chats. Crazy. That's crazy. Lovely. Good to see y'all. Digging for word. Thanks for that. Okay, so right, so you know these CCTs, right? You know them, Carly.
I
CCT,
do.
checks, captures, threats, right? But the problem is you don't do this every single move, and this does take time. But you're playing
Right.
the right time controls. Think about that, right? Imagine trying to play a 3 minute or a 5 minute or a 1 minute game, and you're doing, oh, is there a check? Is there a capture? Is there a threat? By the time you scan half the board, you got, I'm down on time already, right? And you try to do this multiple moves and you lose. So it's very problematic. Now, there's a starter kit that I like to give out to students up until a range of sometimes you can use this up to 17, 1800. Where the first part of the starter kit is understanding rule number one of the starter kit is understanding that all openings are exactly the same. Every single one, every one that you've ever thought about, every one that you like and play so much that you dream about, guess what? They all the same. Every one of them. Every single one. Now, on top of that, why are they the same? Why are they the same? Because they all have the same amount of or same depth to them. Like they have the same overall theme. You develop your pieces, no matter what you play. You play a
Right.
London system, you play a Queen's Gambit declined, a Queen. You play a Grob. What are you gonna do? You're gonna develop your pieces, make sure your king's safe, and attack. That's usually the general stance. So that's why you can play literally anything these days and get away with it because you have that understanding that these openings are the same, so you don't get in trouble. So England Gambit is
Right.
good. Yes, the England Gambit can be good at a certain level until you play somebody that's gonna crack your head every single day when you play it. And I am one of those guys that I will do that to you if you played it on me. But if it's not me, right, or somebody else, right, it's different. It's levels to it. But at the same time, you can play literally anything these days. Bond Cloud, correct. Why is Hikaru smacking people with the Bond Cloud? You know what I'm saying? Why? How is it possible? It shouldn't happen. But it does happen because like he understands, like he can do anything. He develops his pieces, make sure my stuff's straight, hit you with these two pieces, which are tactics, and it's a wrap every single time. Every single time it's like clockwork. But you have to get the patterns down, right? So the first part is understanding I can play really kind of anything. Don't play anything, but you can get away with certain stuff. That's number one. And then number two is using your CCTs. Checks, captures, threats, every single move. So as we pull up this game I have from you, you still in this analysis board? Yeah. So you in
Yeah.
this analysis board, this is your most recent game you played as white. So we're gonna check this out and then I'm gonna put in some puzzles that everybody can
Okay.
use here and can go through that I pulled that I always have to study when I'm using for students. Some of my students even know these automatically when you see it. But it's gonna be nice to see, and you can go through it using the methods today: checks, captures, threats. So let's see. So here's another thing. So right, I mean before we go through the move, you got to know what kind of player you are, style wise. So this is very very important. Do you know what kind of player you are? There's three styles. One is aggressive and attacking, like me and my grandfather, Mike Altal, right? And all them people. I'm aggressive. That's style number one. Number two is like positional and like solid. I don't want take risks, none of that stuff. And then number three is more of a hybrid that you actually you develop a hybrid. More of a you're universal. I can play this, I can play that, right? Eventually as a grandmaster you actually will be more universal, but you lean towards a certain style of universality. Just made that up. But
Hmm.
if you understand. But do you know your style though?
I don't. I don't.
That's very important because your openings will go towards your style if you understand, right? So let's say I'm
Yeah.
an aggressive player. Why on earth would I play the French defense? I'm gonna push the garbage button for my chat.
Garbage.
Why on earth would I play the French defense if I'm like an aggressive player? I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do this, right? Queen's Gambit declines, some of the same stuff. But you need to know what kind of positions you like, right?
Right.
That takes time. That takes time for you. So you have to play. Do you think if you have enough games, but you don't have enough games of like understanding what kind of positions you like? Do you like aggressive positions, positional, solid? Do you think
I
you
like
know?
aggressive positions, but I don't think I play them very very often.
Very interesting.
But yeah.
Very interesting, right? But this is
Like
something to think about, right?
yeah. I definitely find that like I try to start off aggressive, but that usually ends with me not developing all of my pieces. And so like just trying to be like overly aggressive with three pieces and it always goes terribly for me. So
Okay. How many pieces does it take for a successful attack?
all of them.
Okay, 100. All right. Sheesh, big fella. That's actually the answer. But
Let's go.
a more realistic answer would be what number?
Uh, three, four.
That's correct. Usually they always say like a
Okay.
rule of +2, but usually three or more pieces for a successful attack in most cases.
Okay.
Perfect. So we about to go through this game. Here we go. This is your game, your most recent. So you got E4, E5. Okay, bishop C4, aggressive. Very nice. Develop. Get that boy up out of there. Knight H6, he already tripping. Already automatically tripping. So there's always things, and I can teach a lot from this lesson here. And we're just going to analyze this game and really kind of understand what you have going on and what your potentials are in a position, in every position, in fact. Here, you ever heard of the X-ray? Are you familiar with that concept?
Not really.
Okay, so that's an X-ray is like, imagine going to the doctor or the dentist. They put the little machine thing on you. They hit you with the little X-rays, right? They come out with the X-ray thing, right? You see through a certain piece in chess, right? I can see through the D2 pawn to X3 H6. So immediately, if I play D4 here, which you didn't do, but if D4 happens, Black is already at a decision to make. So if pawn takes D4, what would you do next? What should you do next, based off of what we just talked about?
Take the knight.
Take the knight, right? And have you ever heard the term "knight on the rim" is grim? Knight on the rim is grim, right? Let's talk about that. Knight, how many squares does the knight have when we go here? Including this one and this one. How many squares?
We've got 8.
That's right. 8 squares. So the term "knight on the rim is grim" comes from when the knight goes to H6, it immediately cuts off half the squares. Immediately. So it's already terrible. So immediately in my head, right, you should already be thinking this is garbage. 100% premium garbage. When you see knight H6 anytime, this is straight up garbage. So you try to take advantage of it of like D4 immediately, because this is the natural square and everything is always about the center here. Hence, this is why you hit the weak pawn, right? And you're playing aggressive. He tried to defend it, but it's a garbage move. So you play D4, which it looks cool. It's like, oh man, look at this from the black side, right? Flip the board. Did it flip on your end too when I flipped it?
No, it didn't.
Flip the board and look at it from Black's point of view.
Oh, cool.
So see how this feels, right? You're playing Black here, and you're like, well, he just challenged this pawn in the center.
Right.
And you're like, oh man, what do I do about this pawn? Oh, let me just take here. And then you blocked with your whole face when you get hit right here. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Now you got the double pawns. And the thing about this is the black pieces. Are you going to castle this way?
Right. No, I mean, I wouldn't want to, right?
Exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. You're not trying to castle this way. This looks ridiculous. So queen F3, I mean, you're getting mated and everything's terrible. This is a reference, something to pay attention to for future reference of understanding this. Now, let's see what you played in the game. Played knight F3. Good development. Hit the pawn. I'm about to castle. Easy. Easy. D6, okay. Castles. Very quick castles. Bishop E7, knight C3. It's totally fine. I mean, you got the development. There it is. D4. When you can get these two here, this is as aggressive as you can get in like many E4 openings. I played E4 all of my life. Getting these two here like this with the solid setup, you looking nice. It's real nice.
All right.
It's very nice. And then bishop F6, and you hit him. Okay, hit him once, and you missed it. I was waiting on the second hit right here. Right? I was waiting on it. Bobby Fischer has a quote that we fail to look at the entire board. Right. So one thing to do, these are 15-minute games too as well. I don't know how much time you had right here. But if you had a lot of time, right, you want to spend a lot of time. Not every move, obviously, but you need to pay attention to like the entire board, right? Bishop takes H6 is a great move to see. You play knight D5, which looks good. There it is, and she played it. Clap it up, chat. Hold on, let me put it. Let's go. Yeah, she hit it. She took the knight. That was hype, right? I mean, that was nice.
I think so.
Look at that.
If you think so, then that means I'm doing something right.
That's amazing. Bishop takes H6. Snappers. Takes. Okay. And then she hit him here. Knight takes f6, queen takes, and bishop d5, right? Now here is one thing. In fact, I want everyone to tell me what is the problem with white's position. Everybody stop, chat, Carly. What is wrong with white's position right now? Just someone tell me. Everyone, I need everybody to answer this right now. Everybody getting grilled right now. Everybody about to get grilled. Why? What is going on? What should white be doing? What is this, chat? Okay, bishop h3 incoming from Vishaw. Not enough space. Says cool out. Isolated pawn. What should white do? I'm not seeing the answer. I'm not seeing. Rooks aren't developed. There we go. Throb and Rob. Right. That's correct. That's correct. Connect the rooks. NJ in the other chat. Yes. Unprotected bishop. Serenity. No. Attack. Developed rooks. Undeveloped rooks. Right. Yes. This is it. This is it. Check this out, guys. Check this out. The rooks are not. They're not like connected. Like you need to make sure everything is open. Everything is developed. And also back here, maybe not capturing right now. You know, you don't have to. I probably would. But the problem here, chess is a hard game. Chess is a very hard game. If I don't take, maybe I get kicked. But why don't I want to take? Because more pieces equals bigger attack. Think about that. If you trade more pieces, right? Imagine if I could keep this piece. And then there's a special rule I like to teach here. A lot of times, I got a lot of little rules. But here, from 1 to 4, everything here is white's territory. And the same for black. Anything 5 to 8 is all blacks. So anything that crosses needs to be eliminated ASAP. Get the man off the board. If you don't, they're going to bring everybody they know to that side of the board. And it's going to be a wrap. Usually. So if you trade, it literally helps. It helps. So now there's a piece gone. My queen's helping defend the king side. So it's hard. It's kind of hard to do things. And then when you make another move here, which we got a series that we're doing over here very soon, actually, that's going to be going over these rules like this. One of these, which is moving a piece twice in the opening, unprovoked. If b5 would happen, right, I would see, okay, move the bishop. That makes sense. But nothing's going on, right? And you still haven't had your completed of development. Development is like a -- rule. You know, so you haven't got your queen out. So maybe something like queen d5 or d2 or e2. Maybe moving the queen somewhere other than bishop to d5 would give you a little bit better of a chance.
Okay.
c6, you moved it back. And then let's see. Hold up. All right, we're going to do the test right here. I can see the move. I can see that you did the move. But this is checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. Do you have a check in this position? Even if it's garbage, you absolutely do need to calculate it and know that it's there. Is there a check in this position? Yes, there
is a check.
100% trash, right? So okay, but we know it's there. Check. Is there a capture? You did do it. She found it. Chat. Clap it up for her one time. Clap it up. Clap it up. She found it. Queen takes d7, hitting with the move. Then knight c5, right? Okay, little 4.
Right.
But we don't care about that. Do you know about the rule trade when you're up, not when you're down?
Yes.
Okay,
but
so that means
I don't respect it. It's a bad habit. Because like I have like this like running, I don't know what it is, but there's like a voice in my head that's like, maybe if you like sacrifice enough, you'll like psychologically damage your opponent and then you'll gain back all of this material. It never happens.
Right.
It never happens. But I just gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, it's literally just it's a lot of work in the same areas of weaknesses. So if you got a weakness in one area, then you need to spend probably a week of, and this is what I do all the time. If you have a weakness, you find it, then you actually have to drill that weakness for the next week or so, or the main focus in your chess studies of like, okay, this is where I'm having problems at. I need to be very conscious of this in your most games. Sometimes people write it. You know, I have students that will write sticky notes right on their computer somewhere. So they know, oh, this is what I need to be working on in my chess study this week. So it's more conscious and you get more out of it. Right, that's something that is very beneficial. Knight c5, hit the queen and the bishop. You play queen g4, king h8, rook a to d. Very nice. Rook g8. Okay, queen f5, trade. Queen e7. All right. Look at that. Found a little move. Hitty. All right, going to work. Wow. Wow. She's just hitting left and right here. Very good game. King G7. The knight is hanging. The bishop is hanging. And knight E5. We got out of the way. Very good. Knight takes C4. Okay, whatever. Check. Always look. Checks, captures, threats. Very good. King F6. Follow the same rule. Checks, captures, threats. Boom. Uh-oh, here come the mate. King G5. Rook G. Yo. Yo. Hey,
This game takes a devastating turn. Like now.
He has a family. This man has a family. Rook G7 check. It's about to be mate. Okay, knight takes H6. Okay, all right. Rook G4. Not looking bad here. Not looking bad, bro. Okay, knight D2. Okay, wait a second. Hold up. That check.
It's bad.
It ain't. It's. Ooh, that's. Wait a second. Hold on. Dang, that's crazy. This check is garbage, chat. Y'all ready? Garbage. Yo, put garbage in the chat. Everybody one time for that one. Wow. Rook F4 is utterly 100% premium. Garbage. Wow. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't do anything, right? We have to remember to move our pieces when stuff is attacked like this. Okay, I get it, right? Think about this. The best defense is offense. That's one thing to remember. So that's actually, okay, best defense is offense. If you follow that principle, that's correct. But the next thing and the hardest thing in chess actually here is the calculation part. So there's rook F4 check, king G5 probably, rook takes F8. Rook takes, I can already see if with the king here hitting the knight, your knight's hanging. This is hanging too. So if you go rook D1, there's going to be knight takes, which is still taking this and that. If you check, he goes king. Bro, it's ridiculous. It's too much stuff going on right now. So much stuff going on. So to send, an easy way to do things is if it's very complicated, maybe don't go that route. What's the simple route that's still winning? That's why when you use the engine these days, a lot of times I like to use 3 to 5 lines. So you always look at so many lines at once. So for me, on move 17, you'll notice that there are 5 variations that the engine says are all equal or 0.2 apart. And I'm like, that's crazy. How is 5 different lines here? All of them are playable. So that started making me change the way that you think about things. You don't always have to go super aggressive and try to checkmate right now. Maybe it's not there. If you don't see it, then you can go a simpler route. Something like rook to D1. Make the knight move. Perfect. We still up a full piece, and this should be easy to convert. It's going to take a little longer, but it's going to take a little bit easier to convert. So, or a little bit longer to convert. So, yeah. But here, check, king G5, knight F5 check, okay? King E8. Hold up. Oh, here it go. Wow. Oh, man, this is why you don't give up. This is looking crazy. So, one thing about checks, right, is when you follow the checks, captures, threats rule, you have to do this. You have to do bishop E6, right? Look at all the checks. If you don't check them all, it doesn't matter. But a lot of times we get very happy. Bishop E6, oh, snap. Right? Oh, we can check him here, and then we missed all the other checks. This is always good to pay attention to. So check up. King C7. Okay, rook D4. Rook D8. Now, I'm not sure how much time you had here. Do you get in time trouble?
Not with 1510, but if I'm trying to do something faster, yeah, for sure. I don't know how much of it is with chat and without, but I do find that I like to use a lot of my time at the beginning. I'm getting better at switching that to saving it for mid game and getting my first 15 moves out pretty quickly. But I don't know. I also like the time pressure of being at 2 minutes when I'm at 15:10. It kind of gets me more focused. I don't know why, but I do get a lot of time back, so it doesn't feel too bad. But it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous. Yeah. It's kind of dangerous, but it's Canty doesn't skip chess day. That's right. I did leg day today, though. You have to do leg day. Guys, don't skip leg day. Don't skip leg day, bro. Let me put a garbage. Let me just put one garbage in the chat. Garbage for anyone
another one
that is skipping leg day. I'm not going to judge you, but don't skip it. Don't skip it. Okay. All right. Canty, yes. Thanks, Nick. What's up, man? What's up? All right. So here, rook D4, rook A to D8. Let's see what's next. So you captured. So piece count. Who's up a piece in this position?
Hmm. They are. They're up a.
They're up a piece in this position.
Wait. Hold up. I'm. I'm up. Sorry. I had to think about this for a second.
That's okay. That's okay. You can
I
breathe.
had the board still flipped.
Oh, you
So
had
I
it
didn't
flipped.
see.
Okay, so look. Make sure you look at it from white. So you were correct then. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So white is up. Yes, that's you. 100%. Okay. So rook takes d8. So you up a piece. So you need to understand this. You should always know material count. Always know material count. Always.
Right.
So you're not doing anything crazy based off of that. All right. So okay. What did you play? H3, B5, rook D1. Hey, chat, did y'all see this? Does anyone know why I froze in the middle of my sentence when I saw Rick to D1? Let me put my bruh in the chat.
Bruh.
Hold on, I'm pushing my soundboard buttons right now. You getting flamed.
Garbage.
Wow, somebody get her. This is not the move, Rick D1. What happened here, chat? Anyone tell us what happened here? And we're going to talk about this rule right now. So we never, ever in life, ever do this thing again.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't happen. It didn't happen because I'm looking at the notation. But it looked like it happened a way later. But I'm looking at the notation ahead of time. I'm looking at the notation. But correct. Everyone in the chat is right. It is knight F3 check. Knight F3 check the discovery.
So bad.
What happened? Oh my goodness.
So bad. Yeah, I didn't look for their check. I didn't. And then later in the game, like same thing happens and I do lose it.
I can see
We're gonna
this.
get there, but it's just I
It's
didn't
rough.
learn my lesson. And I noticed it right after I played it the first time. I'm like, oh no.
Well, here's a tip.
And yet I did it again.
Checks captures threats. Checks is for both sides, right? So when you look for your own checks, look for theirs too. Also, have you ever heard of loose pieces drop off? LPDO, loose pieces, loose games. These are all things that have been taught on like chess.com has it, Chess Kid has it, stuff like that. But they teach on Chess Kid, they teach this thing called LPDO. So they're teaching kids loose pieces drop off. What loose means is undefended. And I teach the same thing. Loose pieces, loose games. It's the same thing. A piece that's undefended is very, very bad for tactics. Right. So when we look at some tactics today, a lot of times it's about undefended pieces. Immediately there's a tactic there. Now, if we go one move back, this is undefended. Luckily, there's no tactics right now. But you still need to probably make sure this is solidly defended somewhere later on so tactics don't get to it. So this is a thing to realize. Maybe rook here. Maybe, I don't know, knight somewhere else. This is rough. This knight's super annoying. Remember, when they cross the line, they got to go. And he like just chilling. Like, he here, bro. Like, he here. So, like, so annoying. But, and then he was like, yo, we got to get rid of my guy. And he was like, all right, I got you. But he did not do it. He played A5. Rook E1. You went back. He played Rook D1. And then Rook E1, bro. Both happens. All right, B3. Okay. B3, A3. C4, B4. Bishop F7. That's good. Perfect. Rooks to the 7th rank is where things belong. Rooks really belong. Okay, Rook D7. Okay. What just happened there? Tell me what happened.
I was confused as to what to do, and then I thought really quickly and really impulsively to move my pawns, and then as soon as I did that, I said, "Oh no,
Bruh.
What have I done?" It was just like I realized in that instant how important that pawn was, and I took it for granted. I didn't realize what the work was that this pawn was doing the entire game, and so as soon as I did that, it was just
also. Here's another thing, right? Ask yourself, what did he just do? Right. This is a question that you want to ask many times every game. I mean, shoot, sometimes every move if you can in the longer time controls, right? Think about that. Think about that. What did he just do? He just attacked what? What did he just do? What did he do, Carly? What did he do? What is he hitting, Carly?
Right now.
Yeah, the bishop.
I mean,
you see him hitting the bishop?
Yeah.
Right? So what do we do about it? Do we move it or do we defend it? Okay, so where would you move
We
it?
honestly, I I don't know because we want to. It's hard to know where a good position would be. Like maybe we reroute, we go to like
Okay,
H5.
that's great. That's one idea. Give me another one.
Hmm, we defend.
With what? How would you defend it?
Hmm. We could do uh I guess I don't know because I'm not sure if we want to move our knight to the side of the board, but if we did, we could play knight H6.
Very nice. You also have rook e7,
We
which
also
is
have rook
trading
E7.
immediately. Very nice. You could also
Right.
move here or here. But what we're
Right.
doing here, what you want to always try to maximize here, the biggest thing about chess is understanding your options. A lot of times we feel like which is, we do have a lot of options, but then we still choose
Right.
like the wrong option. But we always, what helps us is what did he do? What did he just do last? I think, you're familiar with Karpov. Probably know the name, right? Karpov.
Yeah.
So Karpov is probably one of the best at this, is like asking yourself, what did they just do? And then stopping them.
Mm.
So a lot of times, if you ever are lost in the game, you like, I don't know what
Mm.
to do. I'm about to knock these pieces off the board. Like, if you don't know what to do, then ask yourself, what did they just do? And try to predict what would their next move be. And that could give you a plan that you never thought of before, right? Because a lot of chess is very hard. In this position, right, you play G4, which is like, this was just like, I have no idea what to do right now, right? So you ask yourself what to do, and then you move it. And then after knight of 3, that's a wrap. This is game over. He just about to clean up shop, and this man probably didn't took everything. We about to fast forward because it's a family channel. Might be kids watching this, so
Yeah,
let's just
we
get through
can't
this.
do it to him.
Let's just,
Not for the
this
kids.
is pretty gross. All right, let's get that off the screen, please. All right, so that happened, and that's a wrap, right? But we learned CCTs, chess captures threats, every single move, boom. So, all right, the next thing we're gonna do here is I'm going to upload one by one. I got these puzzles that I'll be giving to my students,
Oh.
and they're very hey, they some hold on. Let me drop the Rick Ross grunt in my chat, and then the air horn. These are ridiculous. All right, let's go to this one. Let me get this chapter. Plug that. Get up out of there. Okay. All right. Boom. This one is black to play and win.
Okay.
It's black to move. It's black to move. So here, this is what I like to teach when I'm doing training with students about what I like to call the checks, captures, and threats method. In this
Okay.
position, you literally have to look at all of chat. You already know, Nathan. You already know. Big Nate, no. Big Nate, no. Don't say nothing, Nate, in the chat. Nathan is one of the students. He'd have been through this before. So Nathan, very nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Yes. But this stuff is checks, captures, and threats. So you have to look at all the checks you have in the position, captures, and threats, and try to find the best ones. It's black to move here.
Hmm.
Black to move. And if you're not looking at, make sure you're looking at it from
Mhm.
black's point of view. If you're not, make sure it's
Okay.
flipped. Make sure it's flipped because it is black to move.
Okay. So
Checks, captures, threats. It's black to move, chat. Black to move.
I see like 2 checks. I
Okay,
see
what checks you looking at?
Queen H3, which I don't think I'm trying to sack the queen, so I'm gonna say no to that.
Okay.
I was looking at
91.
rook. Yeah, 91.
Okay.
And then but they could just take back with either rook
Or the queen.
Or the queen.
Okay.
Right. That's it for checks. I mean, we also have actually, right, knight H4.
Right.
And I wouldn't lose anything there. So
now think about this.
not,
one thing you want to do too as well is think about the extra moves. One thing I like to teach students is think in 2s and 4s. So what that means is like when you think of one move, you automatically think of the next. When you think of 2 moves, you automatically think of the next 2. If you're going to think of 3, they think of the next 3. So it's never just one move, right? So you just gave me checks, which is cool. Right. And like you was like queen takes, which I don't really know, but like you have to calculate it, which means you didn't look at the seconds or thirds. So it's incomplete. So a lot of times, excuse me, a lot of times here, I like to look at lines. So 91, queen takes, and then
Right.
what? What would be next? Just try to calculate and force yourself to look. So go through these checks again, starting with this one again, and try to find
Okay.
follow-ups. So you went with this
Sure.
line and try to find follow-ups.
Right.
If it's not clear, go to the next one. Maybe try it again.
Right.
See what you got.
All right. So if I take with the queen, right, they're gonna take back, and we have a second check, right? We could check with our rook. And at first I like instantly discarded this, but I realized that it's supported by the knight, so that's not actually a bad check at all,
Okay, so
right?
then, well,
And
I go back with the king. You want to finish the
mhm,
line. Where does the king go? I go back to G2, and then what?
yeah, and then I'd move the rook to H2.
Okay, can I play king takes F3?
Mm,
If it's blurry, you always
yes,
reset.
yes,
I
yeah.
can. You sure I can take? Are you absolutely sure?
Oh
Did you look
wait,
at the whole
no,
board?
no, you
Why
can't take
why can't I take on F3?
because I've also got I've got two rooks
You
on the
got the
F
rook on
file.
F8. Let's go, everybody. Clap it
Yeah.
up. Wow. Big fella. That's right. That's exactly it. That is exactly it, guys. That is it, right? So let's put that on the board, right? You look at all the checks, and another, I mean, there's so much to chess, but the bare minimums is checks, captures, threats. And a lot of times to really get to the next level of checks, captures, and threats is thinking of the checks that you don't consider, or what I like to say, consider what you don't consider, right? So that's like 91. You wouldn't consider this
Okay.
move, so you consider it. 91. And
Right.
then, but then you realize, oh snap, I'm looking crazy after queen takes
Right.
E1, right? And if rook takes, this is what you was thinking for, and it might work. Nasty stuff. But queen takes, consider what I don't consider. So here, here, and then rook here. And I went through where I'm getting these puzzles from is a certain book that I like a lot. And but I went through this book 7 or 8 times, and I'm talking about years, same book, 8 years. But I've actually
Wow.
been I remember the fourth or fifth time I went through this book, I started to realize that it takes 3 or more pieces for a successful attack almost every time. So if you think about that,
Wow. Yeah.
it's usually 2 or 3 pieces. This is like the magic on the number. 1 or 2 pieces. So imagine you have 3 or 4. 1 or 2 pieces will sacrifice, and the others deliver mate. If you can master this concept, you can always be just, shout out to my grandfather Tao, right? You get adopted into the family after you learn how to use the pieces correctly. After
All right.
1 or 2 sacrifice, sometimes 3, and what's
Yeah.
left will deliver mate. So here it's like queen takes h3, boom. You sacrifice with 1, and then because this knight is here, I can check. Only because the knight
Right.
is here, I can check. And then this is only checkmate because of the knight, and the rook that we didn't even think about was over here. So you always
Right.
need 4 pieces, or usually a lot. It could be more, right? That's the first one. Great job. Great job. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me pull up this fire one. What's chapter 2 looking like? Okay. All right, we'll do chapter 2. We'll do chapter 2. We ain't tripping. We'll start like this. This one's fun.
Fun is good.
Right. All right. So this one we're starting in check. So you are playing
Okay.
white. You're playing white right now. You are playing white. Oh, this one, dumb hard. We definitely gonna get hit with that one. And yeah, you're playing white. You starting in check. So what do you do?
Let's see. So I mean, we gotta. Huh. So we can't take, right?
Right. Yeah, you just can't take. Right.
We can. Yeah, we're gonna have to move. So it's a question of where.
Correct.
I don't think I want to move down. I feel like moving down would be a trap because they could coordinate their bishop and like their rook. I feel like in such a way that I might end up losing my rook. I'm not sure though. So my first thought is that I'd want to move up to attack the knight. Because the
Okay.
knight is undefended, right?
Well, yes, correct. So you go king f4.
Okay.
That's right. Beautiful. Perfect. So let's say I go knight g6 check. I'm gonna hit you right here. Now it's show move. Show move.
Ooh, I'd say check, right? We've got knight check.
Well, you're
rook
you in check right now though.
Oh
You in
gosh.
check. Yeah, we gonna hit her with the
I didn't
button.
even notice.
One time, y'all. One time for the button.
Garbage.
There it go. Okay. All right. So you are in check right now. You are in check. Right.
True.
So what do we do about this check?
We're gonna have to trade.
Okay, you gonna take it, or now remember, there's always three things to do. They teach this on Chess Kid, by the way, too, as well. It's called CPR, like because it's like, oh, CPR, you know, like CPR is funny or whatever.
Okay.
But it says like if you in check, right? If you're in check, you capture the piece. Can you capture it, or can you protect, or can you run? So that's how you follow it. So are you gonna run away? Are you gonna run with the king, or are you gonna capture this knight? That's totally up to you. So what you gonna do?
It's tough because I know that next move they could take the rook.
That's right.
And so I'd rather take the knight.
Just go out with a bang. You know what?
Not make it easy for them. Yeah.
Hey man, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get something for it. So, but you have two rooks though. So why did you go with this one and you didn't consider the other? Right.
That's a good question.
Exactly. So it's
yeah.
a weakness we work on, which means we just need to work on, which of course you are playing the time control to do this, is slowing down and looking at my opportunities, looking at the whole board and my options. So it is this rook. I take with this rook, and then I do bishop takes. And what's the finale? Do you got it? Let me get this other one ready.
Oh. Is it the same? I mean, we want to probably check.
That's right. You can make the move.
With G8.
There it is. Rook G8. Hit her with the button. Okay. You got it.
I had to turn on my chess police because I've got some backseaters in my chat right now.
Oh, I saw it.
Come on, guys.
I saw the little banny ban. I saw the little delete. Don't put the, let her get it, bro. All right, so this one is black to move. This one is more of a simple one. And this is more about understanding where your pieces are, what you got. And there's two solutions I like to show here. I'm going to show two solutions to this. One is an idea, and another one is just the answer. So we're going to go with the answer first, the more direct one. Now, first, I want you to follow the rules. The CCTs here, text captures threats, ask yourself the questions, and answer this puzzle. So is there a check in this position as black, for black? Make sure you flip it too if it's not from black's point of view.
All right. In this position, yes, there is a check.
Okay, where are they? All of them.
We've got
this
bishop,
one, right?
We've got queen.
Correct. That's right. But are these good at all? Are these pretty good? Do you think they're good?
No.
No,
I don't think they're good.
No, absolutely not. So those are the checks, and then we kind of just glance to see, are we immediately about to be checked at all? There's nothing. Okay, we're good. Checks, we out of there. How about captures? Do you have any captures in this position? You do. You have a capture here, and that's really it. You don't have no more captures. Perfect. So that one's done, and now the T is threats, right? So when we go through threats with the T, what do we do now? Okay, so now you have to look around the board and find the threats.
So I also noticed that my knight is hanging, but if I can deliver a counter threat, that's probably what we'd want. So I think a knight d4 looked pretty nice. We'd be attacking their knight and attacking the queen, so they'd be forced to move the queen. I think that looked pretty good.
Oh, that's a nice threat. Okay, so let's say I do knight d4 and then queen d1. What happens?
Ooh. I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to take the knight. But part of me thinks I shouldn't.
Well, I want you to sit here and I want you to look at how we gonna sit here until we have to sit here till tomorrow, chat. Right? If we gonna figure this one out right now. So
it's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long one. So we got pieces here. We do checks, captures, threats, and you have time.
Right.
And if let's say you had 12 minutes here on the clock on your 15 fitness, you be using, you playing a little 15-10, and you got 12 minutes left. And we need to think here. We need to use this time, and we need to sit here and say to ourselves right now, is there a check, capture, or threat? And what is the follow up? Think in advance, think in addition to, think ahead of time, and stuff like that. We got to figure this out. What are we doing? What's the follow up? And that's what I want you to get in your vocabulary. What's the follow up, right? What's the you take? What's the follow up to that though, right? That's
They're gonna take back with the queen,
and then you're gonna,
and then I gotta run away with my knight,
or maybe, right? Knight queen.
or I could maybe check, because that was the reason we couldn't do this before, is because of where the knight was. So that's why I was thinking at first maybe I want to take the knight.
Right. Okay. So let's look at that real time. Knight takes, queen takes, and then what?
And then we check.
Which
Like
is
that. Oh, it's mate.
oh snap.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go.
Hit him. Right. That's a mate. That's a very, very nasty mate. Very nice. All right.
We take those.
We take every one of those. Excuse me. So this one's chapter 7. This one's chapter 8. This one is absolutely amazing. I gotta show this one. And then we'll do one more. And then I'm gonna give you a tip or something. Okay, chapter here. This one is good. Okay, let's do this one. This one is black to move. Make sure you're looking at it from black's point of view. This is a big boy combo.
Ooh.
Big boy combo.
BB. C. Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's the abbreviation.
Let's see. I think maybe I'd want to check with the knight.
Whoa.
No.
Never say no until you calculate it. Calculation is king.
Yeah. I said no right now because I just thought they would take back with the queen, but I realized that would be a terrible idea because we would take with our pawn.
Correct. So what if I take with the pawn?
Then I could check again with the queen.
With the queen? Okay, you could. Well, you do see that.
Or I mean that's one option.
That is correct.
But oh, I didn't even realize what was going to happen when I took back with the pawn.
Right.
Didn't even see all of the pieces. See it? Just big tunnel vision.
Right. Look around the whole board.
Yeah. It's easy to gravitate towards like one piece and then just see one.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah.
That's right. So let's slow it down a little bit. Smack, hit him. He go this way. What's next?
Could take the knight with the bishop.
Okay, could take the knight with the bishop. I just take back
an option.
Yeah. Right. We see the option. Done for it. Not there. Okay. Don't work. Try again.
I'm not sure because like I don't think I'd want to go here.
And then if I take with the king, then what will be your next check if you had one?
Either queen h7 or rook d8.
Okay,
literally,
and this is how I got really good at chess. Is literally calculating both of them and being like, you know what? I'm tired of like having the options. I need to know for sure. So I'm just gonna calculate both. And I started to realize that in the games where you have time, you just do it. Just calculate both and see which one actually works and really make an effort to actually try to see what happens if I do it this way or that way until you get a clear answer. And if you don't get an answer, then you just don't do it. Or I would like sit there until I'm like, I just didn't want to lose like that. Like I wanted to like, I
Right.
want to go out by like really calculating it and trying to figure it out. So you're onto
Okay.
something though. You're onto something. So rook h1, king takes h1, and then let's look at both. So which one are we going with? Queen h7 or rook h8 check after that?
Let's look at queen first.
Okay, queen h7, I go king g1.
Okay. Check again. Oh wait, that's pretty nice.
Oh,
That's
that's me.
let's go. Because Khan's covering f2.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Hit him, split him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Split him. Mate, get the man off the board. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
All right.
Very good, very good. And the final one. All right. That one is nasty. Let me see. That one's really ridiculous. I mean, let me see. If there's an easier one, I will show. It's really none of these are easy. We gotta show this one though. This one's just
Okay.
like, come on, like I got this one wrong for years. I got this one wrong. Hopefully you understood that, guys. Years I've gotten this problem wrong. And it's a real game. These are all from real games, just so you know. Okay, so this one is white to move. So make sure you're looking at it from white's position or white's point of view. This one is white to move.
All right. So, checks. I see a few, right? We've got pawn f8. We'd lose the pawn instantly. Kind of similar idea with if we were to check with the queen. It is good to know though that we have this pawn here.
Okay.
And we've got this lovely rook
Wow.
behind it.
What did she just got, bro? Hold on, chat. Bro, she just picked up like 300 elo for no lie. She's noticing the board. Like that is the key right there. That's like 300 elo, boy. You about to get this one. All right, what else?
All right. I mean, bishops aren't really doing any work, but it's good to know that we do have both of our rooks on this file. And if I wanted to, I could also move our rook from d1 to h1.
Yeah.
If something were to
double
them up.
All right. And when you have all this information about your position, it's really like, taking all the information, then making a decision. Like taking all the information, then making a decision. That's a lot about chess, right? Taking all the stock, where's this piece? Where's that piece? What is this? What is that? What is that? And then, then this is the answer. And that's what you're looking for. So here we take all this information, and now we need to see what is your possibilities that you're going to come up with. And when y'all see this move right here, my guy.
All right, so
it's going to blow your mind.
Pawn takes. I'm going to say take back with the rook.
Okay, but let's say I don't take it at all.
Thinking,
I'm going to give you the best answer.
Oh,
if h6, I play g6 and just lock it up and stare at you real hard.
All right.
Real hard stare.
Okay.
So do you remember what we said about consider what you don't consider?
Right.
So you should be starting with these moves first. And then, only then, if you can't find moves that don't work when you consider what you don't consider, is when you start going to moves like h6 for more of a positional squeeze. Or something like rook d to g1 right now. For more of a slower way of trying to play it because I couldn't find the most tactical way. Which remember, from the beginning of the lesson, 99% of this is tactics. So we try to see what we can here. But let's see, try to think outside the box here and find a move.
So Next thought was like maybe I'd want to bring the like sack the knight
There
for
you
some sort of
go.
weight.
Oh, that's spicy. What else?
We've got we could sack the queen.
Okay, queen sack. That's right. Sack first, think later. Grandfather Tao. That's right.
Um, yeah, those are the two big things I'm seeing right now.
Perfect. So that's the mindset. You got it. We're thinking about it. You're like, yeah, I was thinking of these moves, but here is the move right here. Y'all ready for this, chat? Hold on to your hats right here. Water bottle flip. Boy. Oh my goodness. Bro, this man got a family. Look at this. Queen G6, bro. This is gross. Absolutely disgusting. Right? You can't take it. Take it if you want to. Take it. I dare you. And if you take it, you get mated.
Boom.
Wow.
That's
You get
beautiful.
mated. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Queen G6.
That's a beautiful pattern.
Imagine this happening on, like, this happened over the board, right? Imagine this happening over the board. This man played Queen G6. People from on both sides of you can see your board. Like, and they see that on the board. You know, I'm like, yo, don't look at me. Don't look at this board. That's how I'm feeling. Like, don't look at this board. I'm gonna slap you if you look this way, because this is embarrassing. Queen G6. Oh my goodness. That is gross. Queen G6 is nasty. So next move is he can't take it, obviously. So let's go back actually up here. So after Queen G6, there's knight to B4. He says, oh, I got to get rid of this stuff. I got to get rid of this right now. And the next move is what? What do you think the next move is? One move at a time. So first off, Queen out here. Look, I mean, this is ridiculous, guy. My guy, look at this game right now.
Ooh.
This is craziness.
Okay. I mean, it's getting like it has to be a forcing move, right? They've got a lot of threats, like all around. It's a little bit scary.
So work backwards. Let me help you there. Is think about this. What is his immediate threat? And you aimed here, but can he actually take this with check right now?
No, because their bishop is there.
Correct. So that means he has to do two moves, eliminating with one with the rook, and that's not a check, by the way. So, but knight takes d3, we could just sidestep. We don't have to take it all. So this actually is not even a real threat at all, as scary as it looks. But you have to work backwards. They call this retrograde analysis, working with the beginning with the end in mind. Like, what does he want to do with this move? Ideally, what is this move about? Does he have mate right now? He don't. So this move don't even matter, which means now we continue our attack, but you have to figure out how you do this.
Okay. Can I try, like, if I take the pawn with the queen with check and they take back, and then I move the knight to f6.
Serenity said, let's go. First off, I gotta say, that's not actually the answer. We just doing it just to put it right here so people can see it, just so you know. I just wanted to point that out. So, but knight f6, check, king h8. And this is double check, by the way. I had to move my king, guys.
Right.
So
we've got bishop and knight. And then maybe now we push either like push the h pawn or bring our rook from d1 to g1. But yeah, we got bishop.
And you know what's funny? You are not mating me. You are not mating me, right? Y'all thinking this is game. Oh, I got this guy. No, you are not mating anything, my guy. This is game over. Start a new one, right? Pawn takes. Oh, no, sorry. Pawn takes. This looks great. I take with the king, and I'm sidestepping you, right?
Yeah,
I'm out your way. Have
totally
a nice day.
Free.
I'm out of here. Start a new game, big fella. Sign the score sheet right now. This is over. This is game over. Like, you have nothing anymore. Everything is gone, right? Everything's gone. Everything left you. Everything left you. It hurts. It hurts. It really hurts.
It hurts. It really hurts.
It really does, guys. So
it's kind of like all of my games right there.
So queen takes h7, in fact, does not work at all. There is only one way that this position wins. Only one round. Only one way wins. And it's crazy because he found it. Only one way wins here, chat.
We got to take the G pawn.
We said we got to take the G pawn. Okay, so we snap here. All right, king takes.
And then we check with the pawn.
Okay, check with the pawn, king f8.
And then
sorry. First off, we staring at you real hard. Secondly, we pushing the garbage button over
Another
here.
garbage.
Yeah, because it's a rapster. It's nothing. It doesn't work. And then after everything settles, sign that score sheet. Thanks, Papa Tempo. Yeah, it's a rapster. Looks good. Doesn't work. Once again, queen takes h7, queen g7. Don't work. Try another one. So night before, after night before, you got to find another move. What else is there?
Okay.
We tried this one. We tried this one. Think about all the ways you could checkmate. You need an extra piece.
I was thinking about like if we could like check with the bishop and the queen, like that would be great.
Right. You need like a mate here, but then he always has this, right? But you need to remove this knight.
Exactly. And there's not like is there a good way for me to remove it? Let's see. Like, if I wanted to do that.
Well, in fact, you're close, right? Knight g5 looks like a great move here, which knight g5 actually loses on the spot to knight takes d3 check. And after knight takes d3, rook takes d3, looking like it's going to be mate here, or you can even play king b1. Really doesn't matter, but now I can do this right here. H takes g6. Oh my goodness, it's not mate no more. It's not mate. Because if you take, then I take on h1 and you're done. Game over, right? Start a new one. Easy. That's crazy. That's nuts, right? So, and I actually, let me see, somebody else said in the chat, work d to g1 immediately from the beginning. Actually, this probably does have some good merit to it, right? But I have bishop f8, which is the harder one. And you have to, this is still winning, obviously, but after bishop f8, you're defending g7. And if h6 again g6, this is going to take a while. Knight f6, I don't even have to take this. I might be able to sack here, right? And just say like, whatever. I don't even need this. h6 again is responded with g6. And I'm never going to take this. And you're never going to take this. So, and if you open up here, you might end up getting mated. I also got the bishop with the queen diagonal. For instance, here, hitting with the 2-piece. Right, check up, give me everything. Right, it's a wrap. This is ridiculous. And you thought she was doing something over here.
I really did.
No, she saw I really did though. Like I really did. Queen g6, right? So queen g6 and then knight b4. And the move here, guys, knight f6 doesn't work either, right? You think knight f6 works. And this one isn't the move either, because after knight f6, here's the move. Right, knight takes d3, eliminating one of the defenders of mate. You don't even have to take, you can just sidestep. King b1, I get out the way, and then black does this right here and stares at you real hard. I just eliminated, remember, how many pieces does it take for a successful attack, right? 3 or 4. We go back here, we got those. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, maybe 6, right? And then as soon as we play knight f6, we got one going, then a second. And now we don't have anything at all. There's nothing there.
Everything collapsing. Gone. It's just
and
like
this,
you know, have you ever played like Jenga?
Yeah.
You just take the wrong piece. It's that. It's just it's all going downhill.
Yeah. If your position ended up being like Jenga, something very wrong in your life. Right. So the move here, guys, in the chat is right here. Y'all ready for it? It's rook d to g1. That's the only move. That's the only move. That's the only move that works. Is this one? I don't believe it, Serenity. I don't believe you said it. Rook d to g1 is the move. Hitting g7 with mate. Wow. This is crazy. This is insane. So after rook d to g1, knight takes d3 with check. King has to go to b1. And now how do you defend a mate? There's two ways, right? There's two ways.
Right.
So let's go the bishop f8 way. If I go bishop f8, how do you increase the pressure on this checkmate? You have to increase the pressure. This is, by the way, ending on the spot. Game over. If you can increase the pressure here, this is game over.
I feel like I might need to sack the queen. I just, because I don't want to, at first I was like, okay, maybe I want to push this pawn, but as soon as I do that, right, they're going to take
the queen.
It's
a little bit different.
Lose the pawn.
That's right.
I mean, no, I won't lose the pawn.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Queen.
Correct.
Right.
So that doesn't work. So queen sack doesn't work. So move down the line, maybe a more regular looking move. How do you increase the pressure?
Get our knight active.
That's right. Where do we move it?
How about my instinct was G5.
That's correct.
But I don't.
Both of them work.
Okay.
Knight f6 is the better one, but knight G5 it works just as fine. I'm hitting checkmate here.
Yeah.
And it's forced. Like you can't do anything. You can go here and try to stop it temporarily. That's the engine move.
Right.
But after bishop f8, knight f6 is sweet because you can't take this way. There's mate on g8 right there. And this is checkmate. Queen takes h7. And again, we got the same checkmate here. But after bishop takes, we take with the rook and checkmate. That is a brain twister. That's crazy. That was in a real game. But you have to remember this stuff is from your CCTs, your checks, captures, threats, every single move, Carly. Okay? Don't play around with it. All right?
I won't.
Any questions? You got anything? Anything you
want to know?
I'm
going to go grab my Post-its. I gotta write this out. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect.